Anō, kei konei māwatai ko tōku karangarua Elijah Pue, atu I te ware o rua putahanga I te hāwera nei, I tēnei pō. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koe Elijah.
Tēnā koe kei taku karangarua. O tērā tēnā tātou katoa, e wakarongo mai ana ki tēnei papahotanga ko Elijah Pue tōku ingoa. No konei ahau, o tērā no te awa o Wanganui, no taku maunga tupua, maunga rua pehu, e mihi atu nei ki a koutou katoa. Mihi ana ki a tātou. Mihi ana ki a koe taku cousin. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, my cousin. Isn't it fabulous? I've got Elijah here with me this evening. We're live at Te Ware o Rua Putahanga and Te Hāwera at the ware where Whaia Debbie Ngarewa Peka is based and the Tai Awauru, well, Te Pāti Māori, kei konei mātou. I am going to ask Elijah to share with us some insights in terms of where we're at the moment with the polls for Te Pāti Māori and our candidates, our Whaia Debbie Ngarewa Peka, but also our candidates around the motu, which also includes him. So he's, I think, number 12 on the list, but probably number 1 in our hearts. So, so I'm going to hand it over to Elijah to share some kōrero with us all.
So, kia ora tātou. We, interestingly, actually not interesting, let's start here at home. So Debbie's ahead by 4,769 votes. And we are 68% of the votes counted. So 70% of the votes counted. It's not going to change. Special votes won't change things. I don't think the vote will change tonight. For Soraya to get in with 4,700 votes, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think quite simply, Debbie has it in the bag for Te Taihau Auru. But I will say, and I've been saying all night, it's only 10 o'clock. We've got a couple more hours to go. We do have special votes to count next week. But from what I can see on all accounts, it's looking pretty good for us. So that's what's happening here at home. And I want to also mihi to Soraya, because she is out Wanaunga. And I did say to her when I debated with her that Wanaungatanga will last. Party politics, that comes and goes. But we also have to acknowledge our Wanaungatanga first and foremost. If we look at the rest of the motu, there's two really interesting things happening. You've got Hauraki Waikato, Nanaia Mahuta, Kingitanga, Whareariki, Kahuiariki, all of that. She's behind 1,100 votes. So Hana Raweti Maipi Clark for Te Pāti Māori, she's ahead by 1,100 votes. In Hauraki Waikato, a seat which Te Pāti Māori have never held. The other interesting thing is Te Taitonga. Rino Tiri Kātene, that sort of tutelage, the Tiri Kātene one. You think of Waine Wetu Tiri Kātene Sullivan, Iriakaratana, same ka White Wakapapa, held that seat, mai rāno. Tāku Te Whereas, Te Pāti Māori, he's ahead by 800 votes. So those are the two real interesting seats. Te Tai Tokero. You've got Kelvin Davis, Senior Minister, been there, mai rāno. He's well known in the North. He's a school principal. Maria Mino Kapakingi for Te Pāti Māori, she's ahead, but only by 6. Wow. So that could change as well. And then you've got our Wanaunga up in Tāmaki. She's actually from Taihape, Takutai Tash Kemp. She's currently just behind by only 300, but she's been ahead for most of the night. So that, again, could change. And I'll end with Wairiki. Rawiri Waititi, our co-leader, he's ahead by 8,000 votes. So I think we can confidently say Wairiki's staying right where it needs to be.
Wow, that was beautiful. The insights that Elijah has provided for us here to hear with that's phenomenal. Now, Hana, Maipi Clark, man, wow. Let's talk about her for a moment. She's not konei hoki. You know, she's the Kiwai. Kiwai o te kete, bit of Waikato, bit of Taranaki, bit of Waitara.
Oh, she's my cousin.
Yeah, she's out.
That's why she's getting in. Must be her Taranaki Tuturu Wakapapa. E mihi atu nei. Hey, te maunga tito here. We're everywhere, cousin.
Indeed. Wow, this Taiohi, you know, Mai Arawa Atu, she is taking Aotearoa by storm. She's amazing.
20. She's 20 years old. She's the youngest Pāti Māori candidate. She's number 4 on the list. That doesn't matter, though, because I think she's going to win her electorate.
Wow, that is phenomenal, especially for our Taiohi Māori in there. What is that saying about Te Pāti Māori as a whole?
Well, I think Debbie and Rawiri can be very, very happy with what they've done in the last 3 years. I mean, the other thing I didn't mention was the party vote. 43,000 votes, party votes on the Māori Party so far. The last election, it was 33. The last election before that, 30. Now, the highest party vote the Māori Party have ever received is in 2008, 55,000. And so that was when we went in with National. Learned our lesson. Poino, 43,000 votes so far, and we're only 65% of the votes counted. So that's only going to go up.
That is amazing. How are we faring in terms of the party vote here in Te Tai Awauru?
Te Tai Awauru. Now, I mentioned that before. Our party vote currently is sitting at 5,000 and Labour is at 5,900. Now, the interesting thing about the party vote in Te Tai Awauru, we've never won the party vote, ever. And so to get such a close party vote, so far in, 70% of the votes counted, that's another achievement in itself that we're getting so far in the party vote. So on all accounts, Te Pāti Māori, we're back, and we're back stronger than ever. And it comes down to Rawiri and Debbie's hard work that they've done in the last 3 years to get our people on board our waka again, and actually to believe, party politics and party policies come and go. But what we're trying to do and what Rawiri and Debbie have pushed so much in the last 3 years is just be proud of ourselves. We're Māori first, we're Māori second, right? And so they've built a movement, they've gone strong. Debbie's done the hard yards here in Te Tai Awauru, and it shows, And on all accounts, they've worked really hard, and I can just see a really bright Aotearoa hau coming with, so far, 5 out of the 7 Māori seats coming home, back to where they belong.
That is so heartening. Just listening to you, kōrero, my cousin, that is so beautiful. I remember interviewing you, at the last elections. We were having a conversation, and the Wairua wasn't quite like that. I mean, you were very excited and proud and happy, but there's a massive shift, cousin.
The word that Debbie used before is stunned. And that's exactly the emotion that I've got at the moment, is stunned, particularly in Hauraki, Waikato and Te Taitonga. Those are seats that they're true red ki te mate. And so stunned. But I'm also, and going into tonight, we were driving up from home and here to Te Hawera, and Sheena said to me, "What are you thinking?" And I said, "I don't know. I just don't know." It's the feeling out there is just so, we love both of them. We can't have both of them. And so that's also going to be a dynamic we'll have to deal with when Debbie wins. Soraya isn't on the list and so won't be an MP any longer. The same will happen with Nanaia. Nanaia, who came in at the same time as Mrs. Turia in the 1996 election, she'll also go. And so it's almost bittersweet that you're losing some of these MPs, but it just goes to show how strong our kaupapa is and how strong our paddle is, and also just how strong our leadership has been in the last 3 years. So it's hats off, I think, not just to Rawiri and Debbie, but to everyone in the background, everyone behind the scenes, those who donated, and also those who got out and voted. Because I think voter turnout at this election should be at its highest.
That was an absolutely fabulous update. Very thorough, but very on point. Also, I love hearing some emotion from you about your actual thoughts, because I was wondering that actually. And the first thing I said when we arrived tonight, I hope my cousin Elijah's going to be here to give us some insights and some updates like you did last time, because you're so across this stuff. Tell me about some of the special factors in terms of this entire campaign for you personally, as one of the actual members on the list for Te Pāti Māori.
Yeah, look, I was number 27, and then they came in, I was 29 out of 30, and then they put in another couple of people at the bottom, so I went up 2 spots. So that's good. And actually, it doesn't matter. I was standing on as a list candidate to support the kaupapa. I would love to be in Parliament one day, and I'd love to be the MP for Te Tai Awauru, just putting it out there. You heard it here first, Te Huama. We'll wait and see when the time comes. But this election, it's been interesting because you're going to have a likely change of government. And I personally haven't campaigned during a time that we've seen a change in government. We were there when Labour obviously came in, but my experience with Te Pāti Māori has been around a national government. And so going into a time when we're moving into a Labour government and possibly entering into a relationship, it'll be a relationship and possibly a government we haven't seen before. If it is that we get a Labour Greens Māori Party coalition, It's looking like it won't be what we want, but the teller will be who gives us a call tomorrow, because it isn't just a given that National will go with ACT or the New Zealand First. Could it be a National Green Party Māori coalition? I don't know. We have said that we wouldn't work with National, but what I will say is that Matua Watarangi said to us when we first started is that we'll go where we're going to get the most gains for our people. The challenge will be holding National to account, because all of their racist Pākehā policies are going to put our people on the back foot. And so if it is that we go into a relationship with them, we've got to hold them to account. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know. But it's been my great privilege to campaign this election, to be a candidate, to support Debbie, and to fill in at a couple of debates. But also, hei mōkai mo te kaupapa. Kua roa nei, ngā mātua tipuna i roa te wawata. Kia pua wai ai ngā moe o rātou mā. Koe nā tāku i tēnei pō, o tira ia hau e tipi haere ana i, ki te motu wānui, te ki ake anei te kaupapa Māori, e pua wai ai i ngā wawata o rātou mā. O tira, kia kite ake i ngā wawata o te hunga rangatahi o ngā mukapuna tamariki, mukapuna no hoki, e ata nohi nei ki roto ki tēnei ware. Nō reira, ko rātou ke te take. Ko rātou ke te take, ko ngā tamariki mokopuna o te āpōpō. Koe nā taku tirohanga wānui.
Rawi, ka amitu pēr, ne, he a tāhura wātu ngā kōrero, heaps of hua in our kōrero with Elijah Pue this evening, live here at Te Ware o Rua Putahanga even. So I'm very, very grateful to talk to you tonight. And thank you for your updates, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon. Thank you very much.
Kia ora rā, tēnā koutou.